Indian summer monsoon or advancing monsoon or rainy season starts from June and ends somewhere during September. So it is said that the agriculture is the backbone of Indian economy, and still India has many farmers who are depending on rainfall. So variation in the rainfall affects the agriculture and economy of the country. So let us understand the characteristics and effects of the monsoon rainfall in India. So before we start, let us understand more about the Earth's position during this season. So we have seen last video that on 21st June, that is the summer solstice, the last destination of Sun in its northern journey, Sun appears here on the Tropic of Cancer, right? And then from that day onwards, its return journey starts to equator. So this particular return journey, it is still 20 on 22nd September, it reaches on the equator, right? So this return journey is nothing but the monsoon season for India. Now, let us understand the what you can say the wind movement during this period. So for that, again, we have to reach to the equator on 21st March. Sun moves slowly towards the Tropic of Cancer. It reaches here on 21st June. So March to June is a summer season for India, right? And as soon as it reaches on 21st June, it becomes the the intertropical convergence zone, that is a low pressure area, right? Now this low pressure area attracts the southeast trade winds which are blowing over the southern Indian Ocean, right? In the southern hemisphere. Now these winds moving forward, they cross the equator. As soon as they cross the equator, due to Coriolis force, their direction gets changed. Now this seasonal change in direction is because of the Coriolis force, right? Now as soon as they change their direction, their names are also changed. Now they are known as southwest trade winds. Now they are moving from southwest to northwest, northeast. Now, as they enter India, there starts the what? The rainy season. Now, these winds are blowing over warm oceans, so they are bringing abundant moisture to the subcontinents. These winds are very strong and they blow at an average velocity of 30 km per hour. So, these rainfall give abundant rainfall to entire India except here to the extreme northwest part of India. Otherwise, the entire India gets rainfall. There are variations, yeah. So that is what we are going to see also, the distribution of rainfall. Now, before that, let us understand here the shift of the position of the ITCZ in the summer. Here again, you are going to see in the Gangetic Plains, we can see that the ITCZ belt, that is nothing but the monsoon trough, because it gives the monsoon low pressure area. Now let us understand, the distribution of rainfall. So the inflow of the southwest monsoon into India bring about a total change in weather. So early in the season, the Arabian branch here collides with Western Ghats, and the windward side of the Western Ghats receives heavy rainfall which is more than 250 centimeter. Now you can observe here, there are in the Western Ghats, there are gaps, yeah, gaps in the Western Ghats. Though Western Ghats are continuous, but there are few gaps. These gaps are also called as passes or wind gaps. Now through these passes, these Arabian Sea branch winds moves inside and give rainfall to the leeward side of the Western Ghats. So this way what happens, the plateau area also gets rainfall. Yeah, the Deccan Plateau gets the rainfall. Now we can see these winds are moving ahead. where through the Western Ghat, the windward side of the Western Ghat, they are moving. As soon as this Western Ghats gets over here in Maharashtra, there they find again the valley, the Tapi Rivers valley, and they enter here. And again they give rainfall to Madhya Pradesh. Okay, moving further now, some uh, another branch means another wind or another force of wind move towards here to Gujarat. Now here you can see, the hills or mountains of Gir or Girnar. So the windward side of these mountains again get heavy rainfall, and a leeward side of this mountain here in Gujarat, again that is a drought-like condition they experience. Now these winds by the time becomes very thirsty, right? Now they move further. Now they don't have any moisture also. Some moisture they might take here from Kutch area, but they move, and now these are moving parallel to the Aravalli hills. Yeah, and that's why they cannot give more rainfall to this western side of Rajasthan, right? And now we can see here the another branch of the southwest monsoon, that is Bay of Bengal branch. It moves straight here, it comes to the northeastern part, which gives the highest amount of rainfall here in India. The season's highest rainfall is enjoyed here by these seven sisters, that is 400 centimeter. Yeah, the Mawsynram or Cherrapunji receives the highest rainfall in the world, somewhere around 1200 centimeter average, right? Where in Meghalaya due to the Garo Khasi hills. Yeah. Now these winds, when they move forward, they get uh, uh, they get trapped due to these Himalayas, tall Himalayas, and they are forced to move towards west, right? Now they are when they are moving from east to west, right? This Bay of Bengal branch, when it moves from east to west, the volume of rainfall starts reducing, right? Because of uh, the level of humidity also starts reducing. So the states like we have here, Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, right, or Delhi. So the amount of rainfall starts reducing. So this way we have seen the distribution of rainfall in entire India. Now there is one more concept called the breaks in rainfall. Now we have seen, we have experienced also, that is your experience, that rainy season is not continuous the uh, during this particular season also. It is not like 3 months continuously we get rain. So it has its own wet and dry periods, right? So this rainfall or monsoon takes place only for few days at a time. So they are spread with rainless intervals. And these breaks in monsoon are related to the movement of the monsoon trough. Now you know what is monsoon trough. But before moving in detail about the monsoon trough, let us understand more about these breaks in rainfall in relation to this slide, which is very much familiar to you, right? So you can see here, suppose on 10th of June, when Mumbai receives heavy rainfall, there would be a break of rainfall for Thiruvananthapuram. Or when Delhi receives rainfall here by end of June, there might be a break of rain in Mumbai or in what you can say Gujarat, right? So this is there is a dry and wet spells during monsoon period, no continuous rain. Now we will move toward the monsoon trough. Monsoon trough means nothing but the ITC's head. Yeah, ITC's head. Now we will see here again with the help of this particular picture the concept of monsoon trough. Now we are seeing here the sun has reached here on 21st June on Tropic of Cancer, giving maximum heat, and it is becoming the reason of the low pressure zone. So this low pressure zone becomes the monsoon trough because it brings rainfall. Wherever this low pressure zone, that becomes the monsoon trough or that belt or area. Yeah. Now what happens due to some reason it shifts either towards north or towards south, or accordingly the rain distribution will also keep on moving. Sometimes even this particular drop, normally it is on the northern plains, but due to some reason it even shifts to the Himalayas. Okay. Now what happens when it shifts more towards Himalaya, the Himalayan rivers, Himalayan mountains start getting heavy rainfall. Now the northern plains, they don't get rain, so that becomes the dry spell, right? Dry duration, no rain, right? So might be a drought-like condition, which is absolutely not good, right? Because that particular area is very much known for agricultural activities. Now, when Himalayan mountains start getting heavy rain, right? So the catchment area, that means the river basins, they get filled with this extra rain, the extra water of this rainfall. Now, the after effect of that is, you know, after few days, the plains start getting flooding. So the flood is experienced by this northern plains. Yeah. So this way, this monsoon trough uh, decides what you can say the variation or the distribution of the rainfall. It plays very important role. It may cause a drought in one area or flood in other area or heavy rainfall, right? So now there is one more concept like tropical depression. It sounds very new, but you are already aware about it. That is nothing but the tropical cyclone. Now, when we talk about tropical cyclone, we actually think about this Bay of Bengal. Yeah, the eastern coastal line of Bay of Bengal. Now, these depressions, where they are formed at the head of the Bay of Bengal, and now they cross over or they enter here in the enter towards or enter in this mainland. How? Again, how in Western Ghats we have gaps, so here we do not have gaps, narrow gaps, but the Eastern Ghats are discontinuous. There are river valleys. Kaveri river is there, then Krishna, then we have here Damodar river is there, right? So through these river valleys, these cyclones enter here and they cause rainfall where to the Deccan Plateau, right? And the intensity and frequency of these tropical depressions or cyclones will decide the amount and duration of these monsoon rains. Now, why do they enter there to this inland area? Through these various basin. Yeah, so because their target is to reach to this monsoon trough of low pressure. Yeah, so we have seen this monsoon is very uncertain. It is known for its uncertainties. Yeah, so there are changes. There are alterations of dry and wet spells. Yeah, and those also vary in intensity, frequency, and duration. So somewhere it may cause heavy floods in one part, and it may be responsible for drought in other, and our farmers are continuously depending, their farming schedules are depending on these uncertain monsoon. So you must be wondering why our farmers in this era also depending too much on monsoon. So we have mountains, so we have rivers, so why can't we use these rivers? So Indian government continuously making efforts in various ways to improve our irrigation. So one such example here is Indira Gandhi Canal. So please students read more about this canal. I have shown here in this uh, particular map also the location of it is Indira Gandhi Canal and how it is useful in which area, obviously for Thar Desert when it was built. Please read about it and find out other canals also and other irrigation systems which are developed by our government for our farmers and how they are getting benefited. Please do little research about it. Thank you so much.